Pwedeng from globe to globe, globe to sun, tapos sun to sun, sun to smart. Ganito yung visualization niya, no? Smart to smart, smart to globe. And pabalik naman, we also have here globe to smart, smart to sun, and sun to globe. Hello everyone! Welcome to our next topic. For this presentation, we will going to have our discussion regarding the Markov theory, and specifically the first model under the Markov theory, which is the equilibrium conditions model. Okay, so let's start first our discussion with what is Markov analysis. We should know first what is Markov analysis. When we say Markov analysis, this is actually looks at a sequence of events and analyzes the tendency of one event to be followed by another. No? Ano ba yung probability na mangyari itong event na to, considering na ito yung nangyayari ngayon? Now, using this analysis, you can generate a new sequence of random but related events. Take note, guys, random but related events which will look similar to the original. Now, a Markov process is useful for analyzing dependent random events or events whose likelihood depends on what happened last. It would not be a good way to model a coin flip. For example, since every time we toss the coin, it has no memory of what happened before. The sequence of head and tails are not interrelated or events which are independent. So, Markov analysis is a technique that deals with probabilities of future occurrences based on the present situation. And the situation, guys, take note, no, present lang po ang titignan natin dito. Yung last 1 month lang or yung last 1 day or yung last 1 hour of the occurrence, depende kung ano yung time frame ninyo na tinitignan, no? Pero hindi po kasama yung mga nauna pang data. Ang titignan natin dito yung last 1 lang, no? In relation, ano ba yung pwedeng mangyari sa next, considering na ito yung nangyari nung last. Okay? That is the Markov analysis. So, assumptions natin for the Markov analysis. First, we have this first assumption that there is a limited number of possible states. Kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari in the future, bilang lang po natin, no, finite ang possible na mangyari, limited number. Second, the probability of changing states is fixed. Now, we have fixed probability of changing states. The future state is predicted from the matrix of transition. That's why if you'll see later on sa ating solution, ang lagi ating pinakaunang kinukuha is yung matrix of transition. Dahil doon nakadepende yung prediction ng mangyayari, no, sa future state natin. And for the last one, for the fourth assumption, the players do not change over time. For example, as you can still remember our discussion regarding the game theory, so the players there are still the players from the first part of the solution up to the last, of course, though they do not change over time. Kasi yung prediction natin is sila pa rin yung kasali doon. No, walang pwedeng magdagdag or magbawas. No, hindi nagbabago yung mga involved na institutions or if this is in individual, no, hindi sila nagbabago. So, players do not change over time. Next, for our next part of the presentation, we have these 3 models of the Markov process. First one, this is the equilibrium conditions model, which is, ito po yung magiging focus ng presentation na ito, no, all about the first model only. Again, equilibrium conditions model. For the second and the third one, this will be our next presentations. Bukod po siya na video. No, for the second, this is the Gauss-Jordan method. And for the third one, this is all about the absorbing state model. So, the difference of these 3, basically, i-explain ko siya sa presentations natin doon sa bawat isang presentation ng mga models na to. Okay, but for now, we're going to talk all about first the equilibrium conditions model, our first model of the Markov analysis. Okay, so what is equilibrium conditions model? When we say equilibrium conditions, this actually exists if state probabilities do not change after a large number of periods. Ito yung mga probabilities, guys, na kahit gaano nakatagal yung panahon na lumipas, no, yung probabilities na to, hindi pa rin siya nagbabago. Kaya siya tinawag na equilibrium condition. Given the large number of periods na yung lumipas, pero same pa rin. For the assumptions natin for this first model, there are only 3 major parties in the industry and no party is coming in or going out of the industry. So, ito, kung sa game theory, we have their duopoly to players. Dito po sa first model ng ating Markov, which is equilibrium conditions model, we have 3 major parties. And hindi mapapalitan itong 3 major parties na yan, no, sa ating buong model na gagawin. From the first part up to the last part, sila pa rin yun. Walang aalis, walang madadagdag. Okay? For the second assumption, while the clients move from one player to another, no one comes in or comes out of the market. Okay? So, let's have our example here. Our example is actually all about Globe Telecom. So, we have here Gina, the marketing director of Globe Telecom, and she wants to know the company's future market share compared to its competitors in the mobile phone industry. She was able to determine the present number of clients, given yon yung number of clients each major player has at the start of the year, and the movement of clients on a monthly basis from one company to another. So, they have the data no, kung gaano ba karaming clients yung lumilipat from Globe to its competitor in every month, no, on a monthly basis. And the figures for that condition is summarized on the table below, or rather on the next slide. The question is, what is the company's market share in the long run? Given the fact na ito yung market share nila ngayon, then meron silang data kung gaano karami yung clients na lumilipat from one company to another company on a monthly basis. Ano yung magiging market share nila in the long run? Okay? That is our goal ngayon, no, malaman kung ano yung market share ng Globe in the long run. So, we have here the table for the clients. As you can see here, we have the table for the Globe, Smart, and Sun. For example, guys, think like today is January, no, this month is January. So, si Globe, meron siyang 500 clients. Si Smart, they have 300 clients, and si Sun, they have 200 clients for the total of 1,000 clients. And for the next months, ito yung pinabanggit kanina, they have the data ng paglipat ng mga clients. So, from Globe to Globe, 300, meaning to say, ito is same siya, no? Globe to Globe, same ng company, meaning to say, ito po yung mga bilang ng clients na mag-i-stay sa Globe. Next tayo, Globe to Smart, 150. Therefore, 150 from Globe malilipat siya sa Smart, and yung 50 naman from Globe malilipat siya sa Sun. Ito yung mga clients. No? Next, we have the second row, Smart to Globe, 30. Smart to Smart, 200. Ito yung retain. No, mag-retain yung 200 clients. Smart to Sun, we have here 70. So, Sun to Globe, we have 20. Sun to Smart, we have 60. And Sun to Sun, we have 120. Ito yung mag-retain. As you can see, guys, no, if i-add natin by row itong mga clients natin from Globe, from Smart, from Sun, we have 500, 300, and 200. So, yung movement na to, dapat this must equal dito sa total number of clients natin right now, January, which is 500, 300, and 200, na same pa rin naman sa atin. Okay? Now, kung titingnan ninyo, ano tong total na to? We have here 300 plus 330 plus 20, that is 350 as total number of clients no na napunta kay Globe, na under na kay Globe. For Smart, 410. For Sun, 240. So, this will be the total number of clients nila for the next months. No, ito po yung ibig sabihin nun. No? And ang total niyan, 1,000. Ito yung nag-a-add here, guys, sa ating assumptions kanina, na yung mga clients movement from one player to another or from one company to another, no one comes in or goes out of the market. Ito yung assumption number 2 na meron tayo. Ayan o. While the clients move from one player to another, no one comes in or goes out of the market. That's why ang total niya ng month of January, 1,000, is just the same with the total for the next month number of clients, which is also 1,000. Okay? Now, what we're going to do next is to set up the matrix of transition. Now, in setting up the matrix of transition, we should first have to compute for the market share of each company. So, kung titignan nyo, no, meron tayo ditong mga labels, J for the company and I for the firm, para hindi tayo malito. And ni-number ko siya, globe number 1, number 2 si Smart, and number 3 si Sun. So, 1, 2, 3, same lang po yan. Next, M sub 1 is equals to globe clients over total clients. Well, if titignan natin, gaano ba karaming globe clients? That is 500. And ang total is 1,000. So, meaning to say, this is 500 over 1,000. So, meaning to say, our market share for globe is 0.5 or 50%. Next, for the M, by the way guys, M stands for market share, no? Para hindi kayo malito. And next, we have M sub 2, smart clients over total clients. Total clients, that is 1,000. So, the smart clients are 300. So, 300 over 1,000, this is 0.3. Okay? So, M sub 3, that is Sun clients over total clients. So, Sun clients is 200 over 1,000. So, let's have it here. 200 over 1,000. And this is 0.2. Okay? And ayan yung mga market share nila. 50% for Globe, 30% for Smart, and 20% for Sun. So, next thing to do is to compute the transition matrix of each company. So, this is P sub I over P sub I and J. Again, I and J po is the from to 2. So, yung ito, yung matrix table na ito. Okay? So, P sub 1 and 1, that is clients from globe to globe. Bakit 1 and 1? Ito po yung tinutukoy dyan. From 1 to 1. From globe to globe. That is 300. Okay? Over total globe clients. Anong globe clients? That is 500. 300 divided by 500, this is 0.6. Okay? Now, before natin yan ituloy, no? Let's have it here muna, guys, ang ating matrix of transition. Kasi ito, no, tapos na natin ito, ilagay mo natin doon para alam niyo kung saan siya banda nilalagay itong mga market shares natin. We have there 0.5, 0.3, and 0.2. So, here's the matrix of transition. We have it here, globe, 0.5, 0.3, and 0.2. Total niyan must be 1. Now, as you can see, we have here the pi. No, ano tong pi na to? Pi tapos naka 0, pi of 0. Pi here stands for row vector or the probability distribution of the states. Or sometimes it is also called as vector of state probabilities. Ano ba yung probabilities nila? No, ng kada state, that is the pi. Hindi to yung 3.14, no, wag kayo malilito doon. So, that is the value of pi here, or the variable pi, kung ano yung tinutukoy ng variable na pi natin dyan sa matrix of transition. Ayan. Okay, let's go back to our computation. 0.6, P sub 1, and 1. So, nasaan po yan? Ilagay natin yan ngayon doon sa ating matrix of transition. Itong 0.6, 1 to 1, 0.6. Okay, next. We have here P sub 1 to 2, clients from globe to smart over globe clients. Ano yung globe clients? That is 500. And yung globe to smart is globe to smart. Ayun, 150. Lagi ang titignan nyo dito, no, from to 2. So, we have here 150. 150 divided by 500, this is equivalent to 0.3. So, isulat natin dito. Sa ating matrix of transition, we have here 0.3. Okay? Next, we have P sub 1, 3 clients from globe to sun. So, what is globe to sun? Globe to sun, that is 50. Okay? Over 50 over globe clients is 500. So 50 over 500 is equivalent to 0.1. Okay? As you can see, 0.6, 0.3, 0.1, this is equivalent to 1. 100% dapat po yan. Okay, so let's write it here. 0.1 and equivalent to 1. That is for our globe, no? From globe. Next naman natin, P sub 2 and 1, clients from smart to globe. Okay, so ito is for smart and this is for sun. Idiretso na natin, no? Lagyan na natin sila ng mga fraction bar. Okay, so smart clients, ano yung total ng smart clients natin? For the smart clients, we have a total number here na 300. Lagyan na natin to ng tig 300, no? So, 300, this is 0, no? 300. Okay, now, clients from smart to globe. Nasaan po yun? Check natin. Smart to globe, that is smart to globe. Ito, 30. No? So, 30 over 300. And 30 over 300 is equivalent to 0.1. Next, we have clients from smart to smart. Saan po yun? Ito, from smart to smart, that is 200. So, 200 divided by 300, that is 0.67. Next, clients from smart to sun. So, let's have it here. Smart to sun, that is 70. So, 70 over 300. That is equivalent to 0.23. And as you can see, guys, 0.1, 0.67, and 0.23, these are all equivalent to 1 as a total. Okay, so ngayon, ilalagay na po natin sila sa ating matrix of transition. For the smart, we have here 0.1, 0.67, and 0.23. That is equivalent to 1. Total is 1. Next, for the P sub 3, 1, clients from sun to globe and divided by sun clients, actually lahat sila divided by sun clients. So, pwede natin i-divide sila lahat. Kung ilan man yung sun clients and ilan po sila, based dito, we have a total of 200 sun clients. So, let's have here denominator of 200 for this 3 formula. Okay, so P sub 3, 1, clients from sun to globe. Nasaan po ang sun to globe? That is 20. So, let's have it here. 20 over 200. This is equivalent to 0.1. Next, clients from sun to smart. So, let's have it here. Sun to smart. That is 60. So, 60 divided by 200. That is equivalent to 0.3. And lastly, we have clients from sun to sun. Ito yung mga remaining clients nila, mga hindi lumipat, that is 120. And 120 divided by 200, this is equivalent to 0.6. Okay? 0.1, 0.3, and 0.6. Total, we have 1 or 100%. So again, the value for this is 0.1, 0.3, and 0.6. Total niya is 1. Now, what should we do next? Actually, guys, before i-continue natin ang ating computation, kung titingnan ninyo, itong matrix of transition can also be represented by this figure or by this visualization. Nakikita natin, no? Itong globe, no? From globe to globe, that is 0.6 daw. So, let's have it here. Ating mga, actually, pwedeng from globe to globe, globe to sun, tapos sun to sun, sun to smart. Ganito yung visualization niya, no? Smart to smart, smart to globe. And pabalik naman, we also have here globe to smart, smart to sun, and sun to globe. And of course, ang mga katumbas niyan na values ilagay natin. So from globe to globe, based dito, we have sa ating matrix of transition, from globe to globe, we have 0.6. So, ang value nito is 0.6. Okay? Next, from globe to smart, daw, 0.3. So, from globe to smart, nasaan yun? 0.3. Ito. From globe to smart, 0.3. Next, from globe to sun, 0.1. Nasaan po yun? Yung globe to sun? Here, no? Globe to sun, this is 0.1. Next, we have from smart to globe, 0.1. Smart to globe, 0.1. Next, we have smart to smart, 0.67. Smart to smart, ito, no, 0.67. And next, we have smart to sun, 0.23. Smart to sun, 0.23. Next, sun to globe, we have 0.1. Sun to globe, nasaan po yun? Sun to globe, ito, yung orange, no? 0.1. Next, we have sun to smart na 0.3. No? Sun to smart, ito, 0.3. And next, we have sun to sun na 0.6. So, this is how we visualize the matrix of transition. No? Ganito itsura niya. This is the reason why yung pinakaunang slide natin is ito yung nakikita ninyo. Okay? So, next thing to do is to determine the market shares after 1 month. Guys, hindi pa yun yung market share, no? Yung kinumpute natin. That is just the matrix of transition na tinatawag. Doon natin i-base yung ating mga computations for the next months. Here we are on the first month. Let's determine their market shares after 1 month. Okay? So, for the first formula, that is M sub 1. Again, this is market share. No, market share ng globe because globe yung number 1 natin. Formula is sum product of the M sub J. Ano po yung M sub J natin? M sub J. J stands for the phone company. Globe, Smart, or Sun. Next, M sub J of previous month. And of course, the P sub I 1. Nasaan po yun? P sub I, ito yung from, then 1. Ibig sabihin, itong mga globe na yan. So, ito, no, 0.5 times 0.6 plus 0.3 times 0.1. Pag ganun, no? Pag ganun ang tingin. 0.3 times 0.1 plus 0.2 times 0.1. So, ganun siya. Ilagay natin dito para makita ninyo, no? We have here M sub 1 equals this one, 0.5 times 0.6. So, 0.5 times 0.6 plus 0.3 times 0.1. So, 0.3 times 0.1 plus, next we have 0.2 times 0.1. 0.2 times 0.1. And, mathematically speaking, guys, if you use your calculator for this solution, no, for the computation of this statement, mathematical statement, this is equivalent to 0.35. Meaning, this will be the market share of globe after 1 month. Opo, dahil 1 is si globe. Next, M sub 2 naman, sum product of the M sub J of previous month and P sub I 2. Nasaan naman po yun? Sum product daw, meaning ito yung kukuhanin natin, ito pa rin, and ito na yung magiging kapartner nila, no, 0.3, 0.67, 0.3. So, let's have it here. For the M sub 2, unahin natin to, 0.5 times 0.3. So, lagay natin, no, 0.5 times 0.3 plus, next we have 0.3 times 0.67. 0.3 times 0.67 plus 0.2 times 0.3. So, 0.2 times 0.3. If you use your calculator, this will lead us to the total of 0.41. Okay, and this actually states that the market share of this smart after 1 month is 41%. Actually, we can write it here, no, 0.41. Ito po. And yung sa globe natin before, that is 0.35. So, ito na, guys, ang ating month 1 na mga table of probabilities. And month 1 natin will be the February dahil yung initial or the reference month is the January. So, ito is pi 1 na siya. No? Pi of 1 na. Again, pi stands for the vector of state probabilities or the probability distribution of the states. Okay? Ito po hindi siya magbabago dahil ito is actually the trans matrix or the transition matrix na na-compute natin kanina. Meaning, dito natin lagi sila i-multiply. No, transition matrix kasi sila. Next, proceed tayo with the M sub 3 market share ng third na player natin. For the formula, sum product of the M sub J of previous month pa rin. And of course, the P sub I 3. 3 is the sun. Nasaan po yun? Itong tatlo pa rin, multiply sila dito. So, let's have it here. 0.5 multiply to 0.1. So, lagay natin dito. 0.5 multiply to 0.1 plus, next we have 0.3 multiply to 0.23. 0.3 multiply to 0.23 plus, next natin, 0.2 multiply sa 0.6. 0.2 multiply to 0.6. Now, M sub 3 is equivalent to 0.24 if you'll check this on the calculator. Meaning to say, this will be the market share of sun after month 1. So, let's have it here, 0.24. And if you'll total this, guys, 0.35, 0.41 and 0.24, these are all equivalent to 1. Okay? So, ayan na ang ating month 1 na table. Next na gagawin natin is to determine the market shares after 2 months naman. Okay? Next, ito na, uulit-ulitin lang po natin siya hanggang makuha natin yung probabilities na kung saan nag-stabilize na siya. Stable na. No? Formula for M sub 1 is some product of MJ of previous month. Ano yung previous month? Ito po, yung month 1 na. Hindi na itong matrix of transition. Hindi na rin itong month 0, yung January. No, ang magiging previous natin is yung month 1 na, yung February. Dahil we are about to solve for the month 2, which is March. Okay? So, let's start. Some product, MJ of previous month, and the P sub I, ito yun, sub 1. And that is 0.35 multiplied to 0.6. Let's have it here. 0.35 multiplied to 0.6. Next, plus, let's have 0.41 multiplied to 0.1. 0.41 multiplied to 0.1 plus, let's have here 0.24 multiplied to 0.1. So 0.24 multiplied to 0.1. And this is equivalent, guys, to 0.28. This is the market share of globe after 2 months. After month 2. Ito, lagay natin dito, no, 0.28. Okay? So, next tayo. M sub 2, some product of MJ of previous month and P sub I and 2. Nasaan po yun? Ito pa rin. Multiply dito sa pababa. That is 0.35 multiplied to 0.3. So, let's have it here. 0.35 times 0.3 plus, have it here, 0.35 times 0.3 plus 0.41 times 0.67. So, 0.41 times 0.67 plus 0.24 times 0.3. So, let's have it here, 0.24 plus 0.3. Upon computation, this is equivalent to 0.45. Meaning to say, we have 0.45 market share for sun after month 2. After 2 months. Okay? So, let's write it here, 0.45. This is for smart. Okay? So, next natin will be for sun. Some product pa rin ng MJ of previous month. Again, our previous month is the month 1. and the P sub I3. P sub I3, ito po, no? Sun. So, let's have it here, ito, P sub I and 3. So, 0.35 times 0.1. So, let's write it here. 0.35 times 0.1 plus 0.41 times 0.23. So, 0.41 times 0.23 plus, next tayo, 0.24 times 0.67. So, 0.24 times 0.67. Okay? May mali ako ditong sulat. Ngayon ko lang napansin. This should be times. Wala yung plus sign. Okay, so upon computation, guys, this is equivalent to 0.27. Meaning to say, the sun's market share after 2 months will be equivalent to 0.27 or 27%. Now, if you're going to sum this up, this is equivalent to 0.28, 0.45, and 0.27. Equivalent siya sa 1 or 100%. So, this will be our table for month number 2. Okay, so next na natin is to determine the market shares after 3 months. So, 3 months naman tayo ngayon. So, for the M sub 1, some product is of M sub J of previous month, and the P sub I1. Nasaan po P sub I1? Ito, P sub I1, globe. So, 0.28 times 0.6. So, let's have it here. 0.28 times 0.6 plus, next natin, 0.45 times 0.1. So, 0.45 times 0.1 plus, next natin, 0.27 times 0.1. 0.27 times 0.1. And this is equivalent to 0.24, meaning the globe's market share after 3 months is equivalent to 0.24. Lagay natin dito. Okay, now, this is April na, no? Nasa April na po tayo. So, 0.24 for globe. Next, for M sub 2, some product of MJ of previous month and the P sub I2. Saan yung P sub I2? P sub I is ito, and 2 is this column. So, meaning to say that is 0.28 times 0.3. So, let's have it here. 0.28 times 0.3 plus 0.45 times 0.67. 0.45 times 0.67 times 0.27 times 0.3. So, plus 0.27 times 0.3. Upon computation, this is equivalent to 0.47. And that will be the market share of Smart after 3 months. 0.47. So, next natin, we have here now the market share for Sun, some product of M of J, or rather M sub J of previous month, which is the month 2, and the P sub I3. Nasaan po yun? P sub I3, this column. So, 0.28 times 0.1. Let's have it here. 0.28 times 0.1 plus 0.45 times 0.23. So, 0.45 times 0.23 plus 0.27 and 0.67. 27 times 0.67. And this is equivalent to 0.30. Meaning, Sun's market share will be 30% after 3 months. So, 0.30. This is equivalent to 1. Okay, so month 3 na yan. Next natin is to determine the market shares after 4 months naman tayo. So, paulit-ulit lang po natin na gagawin yun, no? And mamaya, makikita nyo kung what is the purpose of this. So, M sub 1 is equivalent to some product of MJ of previous month and the P sub I1. Ito po yun. No? So, meaning to say, we will have this 0.24 times 0.6. So, lagay natin 0.24 times 0.6 plus, next we have 0.47 times 0.1, 0.47 times 0.1 plus 0.3 times 0.1. So 0.3 times 0.1. This is equivalent to 0.22. So the market share of Globe after 4 months is 0.22. Let's write it here. Month 4. 0.22. And this is actually sa May na tayo, no? Sa May na. Next, let's have it here. Some product for the market share ng Smart, some product of M sub J of previous month, and the P sub I2. Nasaan po yun? P sub I2, itong column na yan. So, let's have it here. 0.24 times 0.3. So, 0.24 times 0.3 plus, next, 0.47 times 0.67. 0.47 times 0.67 plus 0.30 times 0.30. Plus 0.3 or times 0.3. This is equivalent to 0.47. So 0.47 will be the market share of Smart after month 4. Okay, so next tayo. Last one, M sub 3 or the market share of our third player, which is the Sun. Some product of M sub J of previous month and the P sub I3. Ito po yun, no? Itong column na yan. So we have 0.24 times 0.1. So let's write it here. 0.24 times 0.1 plus 0.47 times 0.23. 0.47 times 0.23 plus 0, nasa tayo? Ito, 0.30 times 0.67. So, let's have it here, 0.30 times 0.67. Okay? So, next natin, this is actually equivalent to 0.31. 0.31. This will be the market share of Sun after month 4. So, let's write it here, 0.31. And this is equivalent to 1. Okay? So, let's continue for the month number 5. 5 months. So, determine natin ang market shares after 5 months. So, M sub 1 is equivalent to some product of N sub J of previous month and the P sub I1. And, balikan natin yung table. Ito po yan. 0.22 times 0.6. 0.22 times 0.6 plus, let's have this, 0.47 times 0.1. So, 0.47 times 0.1 plus 0.31 times 0.1 plus 0.31 multiplied to 0.1. And by computation, this is equivalent to 0.21. Meaning to say, we have 31% market share for the Globe after 5 months. So, we can actually have it here. No, 0.21 for the Globe. Ayan, this is our month 5 table for June, no? And we have pi 5 na, or again vector of state probabilities na for the 5th month. Okay, next we have now the M sub 2 or the market share for our second player in the market, which is the Smart. Formula natin, some product of the M sub J of previous month and the P sub I2. So, I and 2. Ito po yun, yung column na yan. So, what we're going to multiply is this 0.22 multiplied to 0.3. So, let's have it here. 0.22 multiplied to 0.3 plus we have 0.47 multiplied to 0.67. 0.47 times 0.67 plus 0.31 multiplied to 0.3. So, 0.31 multiplied to 0.3 0.3. And this is equivalent, guys, to 0.47. So this is the market share of Smart after 5 months. So let's write it here, 0.47. Next, we have the M sub 3 or the market share for the Sun after 5 months. Formula niya, sum product of M sub J of previous month, which is the month 4, ito po, and pi I sub 3, I3, ito yung column na yan. So 0.22 times 0.1, so let's have it here, 0.22 times 0.1 plus 0.47 times 0.23, 0.47 times 0.23 plus our last one, 0.31 times 0.67, 0.31 times 0.67. And that is for our M sub 3, and this is equivalent to 0.32 or 32% for the market share of the Sun after 5 months. So let's have it here, 0.32. 0.32 plus 0.47 plus 0.21, this is equivalent to 1. And here they are. We have now the month 5 table completed na. So next thing na gagawin natin is to determine naman the market shares after 6 months. So same na yung formula. M sub 1, sum product of M sub J of previous month, and P sub I1. Ito yung P sub I1. So 0.21 times 0.6 times 0.6 plus 0.47 times 0.1. So 0.47 times 0.1 plus we have 0.32 times 0.1, 0.32 times 0.1, and this is equivalent, guys, to 0.20, meaning to say we have 20% market share for the globe after 6 months. So next, let's proceed now to the Smart M sub 2 equals sum product of M sub J of previous month, which is the 5th month, and the P sub I2. Ito pong column na yan. So we have here 0.21 times 0.3. So let's have 0.21 times 0.3 plus, next we have 0.47 times 0.67. 0.47 times 0.67 plus 0.32 times 0.3. So 0.32 times 0.3, and this is equivalent to 0.47, meaning we have 47% market share for the Smart after 6 months. Okay, so sulat natin dito 0.47 for the Smart. Yung globe kanina hindi natin nalagay, no? That is equivalent to 0.20. So lagay natin 0.20. Next, for the Sun, M sub 3, sum product of M sub J of previous month and the P sub I3. Ito po yun. So we have 0.21 times 0.1. So 0.21, this is 0, times 0.1 plus we have here 0.47 times 0.23. 0.47 times 0.23 plus 0.32 times 0.6. 0.32 times 0.6. This is equivalent, guys, to 0.32 or 32% market share of Sun after 6 months. So let's write it here, 0.32. 0.32 plus 0.47 plus 0.20 equivalent to 1%. Or 1. Okay? And next, let's proceed now to the month number 7, no? Determine the market shares after 7 months. Okay. So, for this, same pa rin sa kanina, M sub 1 equals sum product of M sub J of previous month, P sub I1. Ito po yun. So, we have 0.20 times 0.6. So, 0.20 times 0.6 plus, let's have 0.47 times 0.1 times 0.1 plus 0.32 times 0.1. This is equivalent to 0.20 or 20% market share for Globe after month 7. So, lagay natin dito 0.20. Next, some product for M sub 2, some product of MJ of previous month and the P sub I2. Ito po yun. So, we have 0.20 times 0.3, 0.20 times 0.3 plus 0.47 times 0.67. So, 0.47 times 0.67 plus, next, we have 0.32 times 0.3. So, 0.32 times 0.3. This is equivalent to 0.47. Okay? So, next, we have the sum product for the M sub 3. No, sum product of M sub J of previous month and the P sub I3. Itong column na yan. So, we have 0.20 times 0.1. 0.20 times 0.1 multiplied to 0.47 times 0.23. 0.47 times 0.23 plus 0.32 times 0.6. 0.32 times 0.6. This is equivalent to 0.32. And lagay natin dito 0.32. Yung sa smart, di natin nalagay, that is 0.47. This is equivalent again to 1. Okay? And now, proceed tayo sa determination naman ng market shares after 8 months. Okay? So, after 8 months, some product tayo. Balik tayo dito, diretso. No? 0.20 times 0.6. 0.20 times 0.6 plus 0.47 times 0.1. 0.47 times 0.1 plus 0.32 times 0.1. 0.32 times 0.1. This is equivalent to 0.20 market share of Globe after 8 months. So, market share of Smart naman tayo. So, Smart naman, 0.20 times 0.3. 0.20 times 0.3 plus 0.47 times 0.67. 47 times 0.67 plus 0.32 times 0.3. 32 times 0.3, and this is equivalent to our value of M sub 2 is 0.47 or 47% market share of Smart after 8 months. So next for the M sub 3, which is the market share of Sun after 8 months. That is 0.20 times 0.1. Lagay natin dito 0.20 times 0.1 plus we have 0.47 times 0.23. 0.47 times 0.23 plus 0.32 times 0.6. 0.32 times 0.6. This is equivalent to 0.33. Okay. Now, the 0.33 is equivalent now to the market share of Sun. No, 0.33. Di natin nasulat, no? 0.20 and 0.47. 0.20 and 0.47. Equivalent to 1. Okay? Now, guys, let's proceed to the determination of the market share of the after 9 months naman tayo. Okay? So, after 9 months, we have 0.20 times 0.6 for the M sub 1 plus 0.47 times 0.1 plus, let's have 0.33 times 0.1, and this is equivalent to 0.20 or 20% market share for Globe after 9 months. Next, M sub 2, sum product of MJ of previous month and P sub I2. Ito po yung column na yun. 0.20 times 0.3 plus 0.47 times 0.67 plus 0.33 times 0.3 0.33 times 0.3. This is equivalent to 0.47 or 47% market share for Smart after 9 months. Lagay natin dito, no, 0.47. Month 9 table na po tayo and 0.20 for 9th month na month 9 table. Okay? So, next natin for M sub 3 or the market share of our third player in the market, which is the Sun. So, some product of M sub J of previous month and the P sub I3. Ito po yung column na yun. So, let's have 0.20 times 0.1. So, 0.20 times 0.1 plus 0.47 times 0.23. 0.47 times 0.23 plus 0.33 times 0.6. 0.33 times 0.6. Okay? This is equivalent to 0.33 or 33% market share for Sun, no, at the end of 9 months. And this is equivalent to 1. As you can see guys, dito pinapalitan ito dahil ito po yung transition matrix natin. Dito natin minumultiply lahat, no? Napapansin nyo naman sana. So, next tayo. October na yan. So, month 10 na tayo. Market shares after 10 months. So, M sub 1 natin. Some product of M sub J of previous month P sub I1. So, dito po tayo. 0.20 times 0.6 times 0.6. Next, let's have 0.47 times 0.1 plus 0.47 times 0.1. And next, 0.33 times 0.1 plus 0.33 times 0.1. This is equivalent to 0.20. And this is now the market share of Globe after 10 months. So, next we have the M sub 2 or the market share of Smart, which is, ang formula natin, still, no, ganun pa rin, some product of M sub J of previous month, P sub I2. Okay, and this is equivalent to, let's check it here, 0.20 times 0.3. Itong column na po tayo dahil smart na tayo. 0.20 times 0.3 plus we have here 0.47 times 0.67. So 0.47 times 0.67 plus 0.33 times 0.3. 0.33 times 0.3. This is now equivalent to 0.47 if you compute this, and that is now the market share of the Smart after 10 months. Let's write it here sa ating table for month 10, 0.47, and yung Globe natin before is 0.20. So, nasa month 10 na tayo, no? And, ayun, proceed tayo sa M sub 3. Some product of M sub J of previous month and the P sub I3. Nasaan yung P sub I3? Ito po, no, probabilities of I to 3. Itong column na yan. Therefore, 0.20 times 0.1. Some product. 0.20 times 0.1 plus, next we have 0.47 times 0.23. 0.47 times 0.23 plus 0.33 times 0.6. 0.33 times 0.6, and this is equivalent to 0.33. This is now the market share of Sun after 10 months, no? So 0.33 equivalent to 1. So next na gagawin natin is to compute for the market shares after 11 months. So after 11 months, M sub 1 tayo. Some product pa rin ito, no? Ito po, 0.20 times 0.6. So let's have it here. 0.20 times 0.6 plus the value of 0.47 times 0.1, 0.47 times 0.1 plus 0.33 times 0.1, 0.33 times 0.1. This is equivalent to 0.20 or 20% market share of Globe after 11 months. So, M sub 2 naman, sum product of M sub J of previous month and the P sub I2. Ito po yun. So, let's have here 0.20 and 0.3. So, 0.20 and 0.3 plus, next natin, 0.47 times 0.67. 0.47 times 0.67 plus, next is 0.33 times 0.3. 33 times 0.3, and this is equivalent to 0.47 or 47% market share of Sun after 11 months. Ilagay na po natin dito 0.47 and here 0.20. Okay? Now, M sub 3 tayo, sum product of M sub J of previous month and P sub I3. This is equivalent to, check natin ang table natin. Oops, eto. 0.20 times 0.1. So, 0.20 times 0.1 plus, let's have the next one, 0.47 and 0.23. 0.47 and 0.23. Next, we have 0.33 and 0.6. So, 0.33 and 0.6. And this is equivalent, guys, to 0.33 or 33% market share of Sun after 11 months. So, let's write it here. 0.33 and equivalent to 1. 0.20, 0.47, and 0.33. Now, as you can see, guys, based on our conclusion here, no, as you can see, as early as month 8, where's the month 8? Check natin kung nasaan ang month 8. So, this is month 9. Balik tayo ng isa. As early as month 8, as you can see, 0.20, 0.47, 0.33. Next, month 9, 0.20, 0.47, 0.33. Next, month 10, which is November, 0.20, 0.47, 0.33. And month 11, which is December, 0.20, 0.47, and 0.33. So, meaning to say, as early as month 8, the equilibrium condition was reached. Na-reach na, ibig sabihin kahit ano pang gawin mo dyan, computation for probabilities, pare-pareho na po na 20% for Globe, 47% for Smart, and 33% for Sun in the long run. No, yung kanilang magiging market share. Where there would be no more significant changes in the market shares up to an indefinitely period of time. Take note po sa term indefinitely. Ibig sabihin, once na nag-settle na yan, no, ilang months, 3 months, 4 months na nagpare-pareho na po yung mga probabilities, no, ibig sabihin na hit nyo na yung equilibrium condition. That's why our topic is all about equilibrium conditions. No, we are trying to find the equilibrium condition of our matrix, no, na kung saan ito na yung pagiging stable na state ng ating mga probabilities in the long run. And I hope, guys, you appreciate the topic, the purpose of the topic. No, simple lang naman yan. This is just the first model of the Markov theory. Again, equilibrium conditions model. So, I hope you learned something from this presentation. No, God bless. Take care. Keep safe always, guys, and enjoy the journey. No, bye-bye. See you in our next presentation.